Hi, it's Mary Vukasevich here, and this very short video is about how to use EndNote. And I must say it is about the very basics of using EndNote. Now, the first thing with EndNote is you need to download it. So if you're a La Trobe University student, this is where you go, La Trobe edu.au students support IT software, and then EndNote, and you can download and install EndNote there. Once EndNote is installed, you need two things. You need to have the software, the program, here it is, EndNote X8 is this particular version, and then you also need to have the Word document that you're using to write your essay or assignment or whatever the case may be. Here's an example of mine, and this is about Charles Bonnet syndrome. So here's my essay. And what I need to do is I need to put in some references in this particular paragraph. So the first thing to do is enter your references in the EndNote program. And how you do that is you just open the program and you insert a reference like this. You go to here, new reference, or you can shortcut Control-N, and it will give you the options for inserting the new reference. Now, the reference type is listed here, and it's a journal article or whatever the case may be. If you're looking for a book, it's up the top. So commonly we use journal articles in our essays and assignments, so I'm just going to leave it as journal article. And then you start by typing in the relevant reference. So for example, I'll start with one particular reference that's related to my assignment, and the author is Pliskin, that's the surname. So you write that in, and then the initials NH. There's a second author, Kielbasa, comma. Where's this one? TA. And then the other author is Tao, VL. And the year of the publication is 2004. The title is 2 Cases of Parkinson's Disease in which hallucinations disappeared. You put that in. You don't need to put a full stop after there. Just leave it like that. The EndNote will populate that properly. Now, it's from the Journal of the American Geriatric Society, so you can just simply abbreviate that. And then the volume is volume 44. It doesn't have an issue number. If it did, you would put that in there, and then you put all the pages, not just the starting page, but the complete page set. So 1055 to 1061. And then you need to save that. So you can either Control-S that, which I've done, you can see it spooling, and you just press on the little close button here. Don't press on the big one because that'll close the whole program. Just close there. If you haven't saved it by doing Control-S, it won't let you. It'll remind you that you haven't saved it. So now the reference appears here, and eventually you'll have a whole reference list. Now what I've done here is I've opened up an EndNote library that I've previously created. So now you can see that there's a whole lot of references all in there listed. So if we just click on one of these, for example, this one, you can open it up. If you've made a mistake, you can go in and edit it, and you can see there that all the information is in there. Now, if you are reading a paper online and you want to bring in the references, you can do that very easily by simply, I'll just go to the web browser. So this is the reference that I'm interested in, the Charles Bonnet Syndrome, Phantom Visual Images by Schultz and Melzack. If you're reading this online and you want to bring it into your EndNote library, make sure you've got EndNote open, and then you've got not every page can do this, but in PubMed you can. So you can go to Send To, and then Citation Manager, and it says generate a file for use within external citation management software and download one citation. You create file, and what it does is it installs the citation down the bottom there, and you click on it and it will put it in as an imported reference. So you can see there, imported reference 1, and it lists it there. There's still all the other references. Don't worry, you haven't lost those. They're just all in all references, so you'll find them there. And it was Schultz and Melczak, so it's down the bottom here. There it is. So the next thing is it comes time to put in those references into the Word document. So we'll go to the Word document, and now we need to insert them. Hallucinations are perceptions of objects that are not actually present. They are experienced in the absence of external stimuli to the sensory organs. So I want to put my reference in here. I'll just insert my cursor there, press the space bar, go back to the EndNote and pick the references that I want to insert. So let's say, for example, this one, and I simply just Control C, or cut and paste, or copy and paste rather, not cut, and paste that, Control V, into the Word document. Now you'll see these little curly brackets, the author's surname, the year, and the reference number. So just leave it like that for the moment. Now I've just inserted one reference. You might want to insert several, so we just go back in here and we can pick a few different references. So for example, Holroyd here. So you just go Control C and hold it, and then just click a few more references, and then you just highlight them, copy and paste them into your document. So we'll just put that in here. So for example there, spacebar, and you paste them in, and now it's inserted several different references. So EndNote will actually just update that nicely for you once we're ready to go. Now the other way to, I should show you how that updates it. So if we go to EndNote here, there should be a plugin just there, EndNote, and you select the style of referencing that you want. Commonly we use APA 6th, or we can use Vancouver. I'll just use APA 6th for the purposes of this example. And you want to update citations and bibliography, like this, and there you go, it's working. And now you can see it's inserted the reference correctly in APA 6 style. It's just here. And the other place where we've made a change was here. So it's inserted a whole lot of references. Now, where's the reference list? It simply pastes it down the bottom. So you can just write references at the top, change the font style obviously to keep it consistent, and there is your reference list created. Now, for example, if you want to type something like, for instance, Schultz and Melczak suggests, what you need to do there is you find the reference Schultz and Melczak. So we'll go into EndNote and we'll find it. Here it is, Schultz and Melczak. So we Control C and then Control V into here. So we'll just remove Schultz and Melczak and Control V that reference. Now, this doesn't work. If we update the references, that will put it in the wrong type of formatting. So what we need to do is we'll remove the author's surname only up to the comma. Don't go any further than that, and just take it outside of the curly brackets and put it in there, and leave the referencing like it is there from EndNote. And then you can update your citations and bibliography and watch what happens. It actually then just references it correctly, Schultz 1991, and it has now inserted that reference down the bottom. So you can play around with this, and for example, if you don't like these references here, or you've got a new one to insert here, you can just edit and manage the citations, edit the referencing, change it, add new ones, and so on. And it will, every time you click update citations and bibliography, it will make the update for you. And then, as I said, you can change this in your Word document and change the font to suit the rest of the font in your document that you are using. Look, this is a very, very, very basic way to use EndNote. There's a lot more features that I'm not even going to go into, but this is really how to make a start with EndNote and make it make your writing of essays and assignments much easier. I hope that helps. Good luck. Post any questions in the comments.